Hi there, this is Kelly Mizgorski.
And Ryan Frankowski.
Welcome to Mocktails Are Messy. We're so excited to have you here. Today is a really special day. I'm going to let you make the announcement because it's your milestone.
Well, I kind of forgot about it, and then you just reminded me. And then January 3rd, it's been a year of 100% sober. I'm 100% sober 1 year. Holy shit. Oh my God. You are so sweet. You did not have to do that.
I know you love lemon, so I had to do something special for you. Does this light? There we go. So,
oh my God.
Happy sobriety
cute.
to you. Happy sobriety to you. Happy sobriety, dear Ryan. Happy sobriety to you.
What the fuck? You have the
I'm
voice.
So proud of you.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. This is so not necessary, but yet so necessary because it has been a journey.
Yes, just don't catch that microphone on fire. You're scaring me.
Oh my God. It has literally been one whole fucking year. Like, this is crazy. Like, it does not feel like it's been a year. I'm so happy. Thank you for making me feel I am like heard. I'm seen. Okay. So let's blow this fucker out. I love you.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So to celebrate, we have lemon, your favorite.
Yes.
I've got a Natura organic. This wine does have alcohol in it, but you've got your alcohol-free Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yes, I do. It is a premium red, New Zealand de-alcoholized. So you can't really say non-alc, I guess. It's de-alcoholized because, wine is... have that alcohol. You need help?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll get you to twist that
Thank you.
off.
I'll open yours.
That's easier for you, right?
Mm-hmm. When I was a waitress, I was always so embarrassed when someone ordered a bottle of wine. Sometimes I'd have another waitress open it for my table because I would always fuck it up. I just couldn't do it.
Dude, you look so fucking fly. Dude, cheetah. Yeah, this is not my shirt. This is like a little hand-me-down from your husband.
They share clothes.
Yes.
Same,
Ryan's
size.
are the same. You know, we're all the same. Like we were the other night.
My Ryans. So over the holidays, I was at a holiday party with my family, and
pour me?
I did, yeah.
Oh my God, you're so sweet.
Some of my cousins were like, "Are your Ryans coming?" Like I think people might think we're a throuple.
I think we might be one day.
Yeah, well, probably not. If it's up to my husband. But
I know.
I'm like, you know what? Let them think it. If they think that, then they're definitely jealous.
It's just like we said before, they're just not that fucked up.
Yeah, most Ryans are not that fucked up. Definitely, it's a thing.
Yes.
Cheers, hun.
Cheers to 1 year sober. I cannot believe it. It has literally been the longest fucking year, but then also like the blip of an eye. I was like, it's been a year since I've been back. And then even a year and a half for you since you've been back.
And it's been a year since we started
filming
our podcast.
I know.
In Pittsburgh. It's a year since we've started in Pittsburgh. So this is a really special episode to us.
Of the year.
Yeah.
This episode is definitely brought to you by Sobriety. Yep. It is brought to you by Ginseng. You know what? This is something we got to learn.
I don't know.
Ginseng. It's a de-alcoholized New Zealand premium red. It doesn't even have like Cabernet or Merlot or, any of that. So it's just a premium red. It tastes really good. Do you want to try a little bit?
No, thank you. I will try it later because it is hard to do a good de-alcoholized red. With the whites, it's super easy.
Yes.
What do you think of this one? What do you rate this 1 to 10?
I want to say a 6.5 out of 10 because I do like it.
Like that's the best. Like I feel like that's good
the
though.
best
That's
that
probably like a 10 for that type of.
Yeah.
Because the red, I'm telling you, they just can't recreate it. So
they can't.
If you have any suggestions.
Please.
Please link below, comment below because we want to try them.
Yeah, we want to try these de-alcoholized reds. I can never say it, remember?
I know, it's okay. We'll just go with it. Is it good?
You got to try it.
It's okay. No, I'm good. Yeah, I don't want it all over my lips.
It's so fucking good.
You hadn't heard about this yet, about Blake Lively and the lawsuit. So,
Well, like it came up on like the feed and the radar, but like what happened?
yeah, so she has filed a legal complaint against her It Ends With Us director and co-star Justin Baldoni. She's alleging that he repeatedly sexually harassed her. Oh,
hey everyone, just stopping by to say hi.
Oh fuck, are you kidding me?
Ryan, who is this?
That's my ex.
Oh, okay.
What's going on?
I just came by to bring some snacks, but maybe I shouldn't be here.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna have to. We're in the middle of something important, so I'm gonna have to.
Are you fucking kidding me? That is okay. No fucking joke. Like, that's my ex. What the fuck was that?
Who was that?
That's my ex, Stephanie.
Okay. How did she find you here? Okay, he just left. So, anyways, I'll just keep going without him then. I don't know if he's like trying to go find her. Oh, is she gone? Stephanie? How do you know her? The one that keyed your car?
Yes.
I thought she looked familiar. She still had that same like crazy voice.
I mean, this is just full circle, guys. Like, literally, I haven't seen her in probably 2 years, but she's been DMing.
Mm-hmm. And I know we always tag the studio, so I guess that was a mistake. I'm a little bit shaken up about that because, like, that's a little creepy.
Anyways, this is something that we talked about before. I don't remember. So you know what? She must have fucking watched it and she was pissed. Because we talked about this is like something that we recently talked about.
She didn't sound too pissed to me. It sounded like she wanted to see
moment.
you.
Yeah, she wanted a moment. And the funny thing is I guess the thing is like you put like the thing on my car, like the label.
Oh shit.
The mocktails are messy magnet.
Oh my God. Yeah, so it's just too easy to know.
I don't even want to go out there.
No. I think I heard Maria telling her that she had to leave because there's people, this studio, it has like a workstation too. So there's people out there trying to work. So she can't just hang out back there. Like, I think they probably had no idea what was going on and just didn't, there's no security here. So I don't think there was time to stop her.
I cannot believe this fucking shit.
I'm still processing.
I was literally like, are we getting kicked out? And then it was like, I don't even recognize her because
she was bringing snacks.
Anyways, where were we about Blake Lively?
Oh yeah, Blake
wow.
Lively. Yeah, perfect
fucking
timing.
Verbal abuse.
Yeah.
Not even. Fuck. That was a verbal abusive relationship. And it could have been physical because she fucking keyed my car back in 2014.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, so we were talking about Blake Lively suing the director of It Ends With Us.
Justin Baldoni. It was her co-star.
Which is crazy because she has more money than him.
Well,
and like she's gonna fucking like dry him up from this.
Based on the allegations, I kind of hope she does. So I'm gonna preface by saying that like Blake, she faced a lot of accusations for not promoting awareness to domestic violence after, the movie It Ends With Us.
Right.
But the dark truth is that she was actually experiencing sexual harassment on set, and nobody knew this was going on until she's now filed the lawsuit. So,
wonder how Ryan Reynolds feels about all this.
Oh, he's been in on like some of the meetings and he's very supportive. He's even had talks with Justin Baldoni. So, the lawyers, they did obtain like messages via a subpoena. Subpoena. That's it. You got it.
Subpoena.
Yeah. That's a legal document, that someone has to produce. Documents or evidence of court. So that's how they got the subpoena. Baldoni has been dropped by his talent agency. So this is very,
he's really
serious.
fucked. And so I wonder if they're going to even watch the movie. Well, technically, it showcases him as the
Exact-
violent
I know.
one.
So let me tell you some of the things that he has allegedly done. And I'm sorry. I mean, I don't think that Blake Lively is like lying or making any of this up.
Yeah, we just all
So
love her.
I don't even want to say allegedly.
She's best friends with Taylor Swift. Like,
Yeah,
she's gotta
solid.
be just like
Solid. She's a solid
goddess.
girl, right? And anyways, so he insisted, Baldoni, he insisted on adding sex scenes and like in the final scenes, like she was giving birth, he wanted her to be like naked for that. He said it's not normal for women to like stay in their gowns at the hospital while they're giving birth. I stayed in my gown. It's totally normal, but whatever. Creepy. He reportedly like improvised.
That's weird.
He improvised like during the scenes.
Uh-huh.
So like say like for the makeout scenes, he started like biting her lip and like sucking on it a little too much, like something they didn't really rehearse prior to rehearsal, and just disregarding like professional protocols, right?
Yeah.
And so you know, Blake, she demands to create a more comfortable work environment. She calls a meeting. She wanted him to stop discussing nudity. He apparently had an addiction to pornography, so he would like show her pictures of like naked women and stuff.
Wow, this guy has really got a lot of issues.
He kept discussing her weight. He asked her how much she weighed because he didn't want to hurt his back when he had to like pick her up and stuff. And he just continued to discuss her weight and talk about her late father. Like, why are you mentioning that her father that passed away? You know, he's just trying to hurt her at this point. So the producers, she wanted to like figure this out, right? She's professional, but there was just nothing she could do. I mean, even the producer, Jamie Heath, he entered her trailer while she was getting her makeup off. She was undressed, and Dave walked in on her when she was like breastfeeding her child. Baldoni made the cast and the crew wait for hours while he cried in her dressing room because she didn't look hot enough. There were apparently some like negative social media comments about her appearance after giving birth, and he was literally crying on the floor for hours because he didn't think she looked hot enough. Just
See,
so
this all
unprofessional.
seems a little bit like one-sided here. Like, do we know what his side of the story is? You know how there's always three sides to a story. I am not supporting this guy. I'm just saying devil's advocate, because what you're telling me is like he did all these horrible things. And I feel like somebody of power like Blake, who is a successful actress and has like a backing of a billionaire husband, Ryan Reynolds, why would she put up with this shit?
Well,
Is
I
she
don't know.
that serious about her like reputation to get the movie done? I mean, in some ways, like that's kind of what you do.
yeah, I mean, I think she was that serious. I mean, he was definitely like sending out, from the subpoena, we have text messages now that he was trying to
What a
push
fucking
things out to
nut.
like Instagram and Twitter and all sorts of things to just make her look bad. So I think he is a nut. At the end of the day, I think he's a nut.
Oh God.
I mean,
What a sad reality that we live in. That's why everybody thinks Hollywood's so fucked up.
Hollywood is fucked up. I mean, a few months ago, we were talking about, you know, P. Diddy, and now
Oh,
apparently
yeah.
Beyonce is leaving
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
No.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh,
she
see
doesn't.
that?
She does not want to be tied to this crap.
Oh,
So,
fuck.
it is
And she
fucked up.
she was like a ride or die
Yeah.
wifey.
Oh yeah.
Even though he was like hanging out with Becky with the good hair. Or
Yeah, she forgave him one too many times, but
yeah.
I don't know. That's just like this whole thing with this movie and with Blake and Justin is just crazy.
What did you think of the movie knowing what you know now? Did it feel?
I need to rewatch it. It
I
did
do
feel. I
too.
felt her fear in the movie. I thought it was her acting.
Might have been
It
real.
might have been real.
A combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sometimes bleeds
Yeah.
together. And you know what? When you are a method actor or actress, that isn't as crazy as you would think for you to like go through this and then wake up and be like, oh my God, like I was actually living this nightmare. That was supposed to be a job and a role and a character.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to ever downplay physical domestic violence or abuse.
Yeah.
However, after watching this, and this isn't about me, this is about Blake, and this is more about women that have gone through this. But I think what went through my head at the end of the movie, I was like flashing through this one relationship that I had, and I was verbally abused. Now, whether I could handle it or not, it's not physical. It didn't really like rattle me up, but I did, after I left that relationship, I did have this like, it was like an after effect feeling like, oh my God, if anybody yelled or if anybody screamed, it would like startle me more than
like distress.
Yes. Like it was like PTSD because I was like, oh my God, like I was starting, and I actually had to like get into anger management.
Yeah.
Because I was starting to act angry, and you know me, I mean, am I an angry person?
No.
So I don't blame the person per se. I blame myself. I mean, they fucked up. They gave me that.
Sorry.
Yeah. What is it?
It was just a little bit of pie on your face. A little cream pie.
You got the cream pie off.
A little
cream
from that pie.
Yeah. Anyways, I mean, have you ever, like, just to sum it up, like, I felt like that film, It Ends With Us, I felt like connected to the character, Blake.
Yeah.
I don't remember what her name was. Emily? Was her name Emily? No, it wasn't.
I think so.
No, that was in the other movie, Simple Favor.
We sound just dumb now.
Yeah, we do. Anyways, Blake Lively in that movie, It Ends With Us. I felt it, even though it was physical violence. I was like living like, oh, they're not verbally abusing me. Oh no, it's just in my head. Or oh no, they love me. They like would love bomb you, and then it was just like, okay, get back to like just like, you know, being into the same relationship and just going with the flow.
Right. It's just, I get it.
Have you ever struggled with that?
Not in a relationship. I've never been abused mentally or physically in a relationship.
Thank God.
Yeah. But not a romantic relationship, I'll say. I definitely have been in my life by other people.
Right. Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate.
Oh. I mean, I remember asking you if you guys ever had any enemies, and I was shocked. Like, this is the first year that I've ever had like an enemy, and I was like,
gosh, yeah.
But you were like, hey, it's a common.
It's tough coming back to this to Pittsburgh. And
I know. Doing what we love.
I feel like I always have at least one enemy. It doesn't matter where I live, where I move to. I always have one.
What is it? Like, I just can't imagine you having an enemy. Like, do you really rattle somebody up?
I think some people just can't fucking stand me, and that's fine. Lucky for them, I can't stand them either, so it's a true enemy.
That was so good. Cheers to people not fucking standing us.
Yeah.
All right. Haters gonna hate.
We don't care.
Yeah.
How are we doing with seasonal depression? We're in the thick of winter now. Mm-hmm. Like, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling a hell of a lot better after I got through this hump of like a year's sobriety, and then also like buying a new car and like, you know, just getting like my footing with work. But that being said, like, you know, saw me like I was at the fucking Omni William Penn Hotel, like having a breakdown with you.
Dude, I'm up and down too. I mean, I feel like, you know, everyone's taking their lights down now from the holidays, and we kind of decorate with the lights to like lift up our spirits, you know, while the other animals are hibernating. You know, we're putting up lights to like feel better, but I kind of just want to hibernate now.
I did too.
Like, and some days are better than others. And that's what I miss about like summer, or like when, you know, living in California or Florida, where it's like consistently good, like
even
warm
Mississippi.
weather. Even Mississippi, yeah. I mean, but that wasn't fun. But, you know, when you could get out and like put your shorts on, like feel the vitamin D, go on a walk. You're not like freezing your ass off. Like, that's what I need right now.
I know. I feel you because I think in some ways, like that's why people take these little like snowbird vacations. I am happy and excited to get to Mexico. I'm going to be doing a project
Oh my gosh,
there.
I'm so jealous.
I know.
Why
Can
are
you
not
come with
taking
me?
You're supposed to take me with you. I'm your co-host.
I invited you, but you're like, I have children. I got to take care of some babies.
Well, we already have a trip planned for later this month.
Yes,
I think it's going to happen, but I think that I have some reservations now.
About the drones.
So we have a trip for New York City planned. We were going to redo our
cover photo
that we haven't done since we were like 20.
20 years old.
We were 20.
Holy shit.
And we wanted to redo it, and we wanted to maybe meet up with people in New York City and do some interviews there.
Yes.
But I'm just having some reservations now about whether or not this is the right time to do that because of the drones.
Yeah.
So what would you do? Would you go still, or would you maybe just wait it out until this drone stuff is hopefully over? Like,
we want to know what you guys think.
What would you guys
do? Is it a
do?
good idea to be traveling to New York City? Like all the New Yorkers that have been listening and following with us, like what are your thoughts? I mean, I don't even know. Is it just New York? It's getting into Pennsylvania.
I think it's been
creeping.
in Philly, like Maryland, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
heard there were sightings in like California too, which is confusing. So it's like the coasts.
I think we're just gonna have to
little scary.
wing it. I think we got. I mean, hey, listen. You know, work doesn't sleep.
I know. That's what I'm like. Hey, I mean, even I think when COVID happened, everybody kind of like put a pause on their life, and it's like, do I want to like put a pause on my life? Not really, but then at the same time, it's like maybe I should be overly cautious because, like, I have kids.
I know.
And, like, God forbid we go there at the wrong time and something awful happens. I mean, we just don't know what this is. We don't know what's going on.
Well, you've always been a little bit more, I guess, cautious in general. I've always been a little bit more of a rebel, which I don't think is always
you're a
worked
bull.
out. Yeah.
You're
Being
just
a guy.
like you just charge forward.
Yes. Women are a little bit more cautious, typically.
Yeah. Now I know. Like last week, we were looking at like old pictures together, and I kind of felt like a little emotional, and I want to know what you felt like. The nostalgia of looking at old pictures with old friends kind of almost brought like tears to my eyes.
Aww.
And it's like I want to reconnect with some old friends, but then I hesitate to reach out because it's been so long, and it might be like awkward now. You know. How do you feel about that? Like with our old friends from like, I don't know, high school, we were looking at old pictures, and even college. Like, do you reach out, or do you just kind of let the past be the past?
You know what? I always took your advice. Shoot your shot. Like,
Yeah,
if I'm
I do
in the
say that.
moment. I'm literally like, I'm just shooting my shot. Like I saw this sign today, and it said F and M. And, you know, I was Franco, and the last relationship, like couple relationships ago, was M. And so I just saw this like logo F&M, and I was like, I used to like see an album F&M. So then I just took the picture and I sent it. And that ex, I'm sure they're probably going to be like, what the fuck is this?
You really did? You sent it?
I did.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's a little embarrassing, but I think of you all the time. I want to do something like shoot your shot. Like I even sent like something like some old thing like what you're talking about. Like it was like a 16th birthday card from my girl Emmy, and she was at Swickley's Quaker Valley, and I just sent it to her on DM. I don't even have her number anymore. I just slid into her DMs again, and she was like, oh my God, that was such a fun time of our life. And it's like, that was 16.
Wow.
Weird.
Lifetime ago.
I know.
Feels like it,
we're
at
getting
least.
old, girl. Your shot.
You've kind of given up caffeine for the new year.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I feel like I'm getting a lot more sleep, but then I'm also kind of like a little bit more energized. I think caffeine like would put those peaks and valleys.
Yeah, it's almost like the first cup you get a little energy, and then like the second cup you get like a lot of energy, and then maybe like the third cup you start like actually getting tired.
Exactly. Like it doesn't help. Like water is more energizing.
It seriously reminds me of this one song by Stacey Orico. It's called There's Gotta Be. Like, there's gotta be more to life than like chasing these like temporary highs. And I feel like for me, like with caffeine, and it can even be like alcohol or just anything. Working out, you're just overdoing it. You're chasing this high. It's this temporary high. And it's like, there's gotta be more that like can satisfy me than like this extra cup of coffee. Like,
well, even like sex and like, you know, it's
everything,
like it gets
right?
so like everything like is so addictive. That, you know, peace is something that I am really striving for 2025. I really don't care about anything or anyone. I mean, work is always going to be a little bit stressful, but that's giving me like, you know, that's paying my bills and everything.
You're
but
really finding
else.
your bearings now, because I know when you anytime you start a new job, it almost takes like 3 to 6 months till you really like get into the groove. Yeah. You're there now, but like now you have more on your plate because like you're growing. So how are you handling it all?
You know what? I think it's meditation, the sauna.
Oh, the sauna.
Working out.
The sauna. Yes. Major health benefits to the sauna.
Yeah.
It increases my mood better than like any glass of wine could.
Right.
And
sauna.
It sweats out the toxins. Like you just feel
so
amazing.
Clear.
You got to go in for 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, I've always done a solid 25.
Yeah, 25 is fine.
Let it warm up. You know?
Yeah.
You know, and I do think that like the cardiovascular health that decreases like
good for your
mortality
heart.
Like by 50%.
It does.
I mean, it is just so many benefits that like if you're not using a sauna, or if you do have access
try to hit it
sauna,
at least 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
I feel it in my body. Like I feel like
you use it at LA Fitness, right?
I do. I go and I sometimes would get like heart palpitations, but ever since I've started using the sauna, I have not had one single heart palpitation.
Well, it increases your cardiovascular, like so your health, like your heart is pumping a little bit more because it's like in stress mode. Yeah, because the heat, but then
it's
your
like this
body
euphoric feeling. Like I love it.
We all
sauna
need one.
We
all need a sauna, right? This is something that I also want to bring to like people's light. Like when I came back to Pittsburgh, this is something that I wasn't open about. I moved in with my parents. I lived with my brother and his wife, and then I moved in with my parents. And you know, like I had my grandma's PT Cruiser. It was really hard adjustment at 33. And so somebody brought this to my attention. Like we talk about all the good rainbows and fairy tales of like, you know, doing the podcast. There is a lot of stress and work that goes into this. And like you yourself, like you're running around crazy trying to figure out how to be a mother of 2. And, you know, funds go up and down, and it's like you want to move, and like, you know, I want to buy a car, and like living with my parents is not easy at this age. And like even you yourself, like your house is like, you know, the walls are starting to come in, like close in, like you need more space. So it's like everything that happened last year, we are so grateful, and we want to be more open about not just the glamorous side of the equation, but also the hard parts.
I'm really glad that you are being so open about this. I want to say it resonates with me though, because you were embarrassed to talk about it in the moment, but it's in the past now. So you're like, whatever, I'm doing better now.
Now it's easy to say.
Yeah. But I'm glad that you're bringing it up, because people need to know that like, it's not just sunshine and rainbows for you. You make it look that way, but it's not that way.
I was embarrassed to live with my parents, and I was also embarrassed to like be at that point in my life that I was
you owned that PT Cruiser though. Like
I know.
You fucking owned it. You could have been like, you know, embarrassed and like hiding and stuff, but you just like didn't care. Like you acted like you didn't care.
And you know what?
That's attractive.
I did act like that. And you know why? Because I was so grateful to have a car from grandma.
Yeah.
And it was not only the connection between my like spirit animal, Grandma Nancy, God bless her, rest her soul.
I know.
God bless her, rest her soul.
I love her.
You loved her.
I loved her.
But I was also like, you know what? Like, I need to grow the fuck up. Like, I can't just be getting handouts. Like, my whole entire life has kind of revolved around like connecting myself with the right people, dating the right people to really leverage me up to be able to like sustain this like glamorous luxury lifestyle in New York, but then I have like not as much savings.
Yeah.
I have no vehicle. I have no like real like I have experiences.
I want to make
that's
this
it.
clear though. You're kind of making yourself sound bad.
You
were
I was
working
bad.
your ass off though. You just couldn't date someone who, I don't know, was less successful than you, or you'd be on the struggle bus.
I know.
So I just want to, that's just what I see, like, as your friend.
Yeah.
You're kind of making yourself sound like, oh, I'm like looking around to date people with like money so they can.
I don't like that about myself. I think there is this part of me that like, I don't want to date another creative, or I'm not really like interested in that.
It's not compatible.
Yeah, it's just not
It's just
compatible.
not.
Like I need the person that's a little bit more stable and corporate.
Right.
Or I just need myself. And I said to myself, like
You do
Kim
just date yourself.
Kardashian
You're good.
said,
You got it.
is this embarrassing to like
No.
compare quotes?
I
But
love Kim.
She said, I want to be single for 2 years. Well, guess what? December 20th was year 1. And I'm ready for year 2. I want to stay single.
I love that.
I don't want to be committed to anybody but me.
Yeah. And I think like I definitely am nervous about when you do start dating again, because you did mention that you would love to date women again when you start. And like,
Is there any women that could be like dating a bi guy? Is it okay?
Well, are you going to be okay with me? Because we're besties, and I'm lucky. Like my husband's cool with it. He's also your bestie.
God.
I'm so lucky. But for someone to come in that doesn't like, that's not part of this little
I
trio that we have going on, it's
I
like,
know.
if you're gonna like hate me, it's not gonna work, honey.
I know it's not my
gonna
business
work.
partner. You have to love my business partner, or not even love, because like there's not any amount of love.
Well, most men don't have a girl best friend.
Yeah, that's true.
And like I'm lucky that like I am able to have a male best friend. Like that's not really a normal thing.
It's not as
I
common.
think it helps that he's bisexual.
Right.
Like,
or even gay for all intents and purposes.
My husband's like, oh, he's gay, whatever.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
gay
friends
is the
with
day.
you.
Yeah.
I would not be friends with you if you were not at least
Straight.
bi.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you, yeah.
But isn't it weird though? Like it should be acceptable, because people, I think what's another thing about me is not like anything to do with us being promiscuous.
Yeah.
But I do notice that I saw this this little short with James Franco. He was not able to remain faithful to any relationship because when he was drunk or high, he would always be promiscuous, always be inappropriate, always be like hooking up.
Can happen.
And with me being sober, I feel like so in control of like, okay, I am not going to be inappropriate with another person. So that being said, like I trust myself more now.
I know, I love it. Sometimes I have like a glass too many and I like flirt a little bit with you and you're like, don't do that.
Only because I love your husband just as much as I love you.
I'll do it in front of him.
I know, but I do really want to find the girl. I do want to, like, I don't know what it was. I had 2 relationships
Accepting
with
applications
guys.
here.
Yes.
Your contract
I'm like,
won't start for another year.
I know. Hey,
Or
you know what?
relationship. Why
I'm
am I
in
calling it a
interviewing
contract?
phases, and I am like, I got a lot of red flags. So
Hey,
like, by any means,
sometimes things happen when you're not looking. You're not looking right now. That's
No.
why you need to drop your
Instagram
resume.
handle.
Instagram handle. That's better than a
Do
resume.
you think I should change my default photo for my Instagram because it's just like a shirtless photo with a rose? Is that like kind of old?
It reminds me of The
It's old me?
Bachelor.
So I need to change it to like maybe the headshot for real estate.
Or it's a pre-indication that you're going on The Bachelor.
Ooh,
You
the
should
bi
apply.
bachelor.
No, you should apply
Oh
to
my
be
God.
on it as one
They're
of the
not
men.
gonna. CBS is
They will
not
take you.
that
Woke?
accepting.
They're not that woke.
No, they're just that.
They're gonna
bi,
take- they'll-
you know,
yeah, come
bi
on.
don't
Don't say
fucking
you're bi.
resignate.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
so I shouldn't say
it will. It will. There's been some bi people on there before.
Well, yeah, Colton Hardwood. Oh, Underwood. Colton.
Hardwood. I know where your head's
I
at.
literally I knew that was wrong with that. I'm like, what is it? It's not Underwood, because that just sounds like he's Underwood. Colton Underwood. And so another thing I noticed too from him, he is dating this older gentleman.
Yes.
He's married, maybe
Yes.
engaged.
They adopted a baby. Or maybe
very, very cute.
It could be biological to one of them. I don't know enough to speak on that.
Very, very cute.
Yes,
but
very.
I notice I want somebody that is like younger than me or my age. I dated older a couple times. I'm just like, I like young
Over
energy. I'm kind of over it. Like, even though I have like old soul vibes with Grammys and grandpaps.
You do.
But I think I just like want the young one. Like, I want like a Gen Zer.
A young buck or a young
kitten.
Like,
of course, 25 and up.
Oh, yeah.
Not like young,
the frontal
like,
cortex,
not like 18.
Frontal cortex needs to be developed.
Yeah, explain to me this frontal cortex that you brought up before.
I'm going to say I don't think mine was fully developed till I was like 27. I truly think it's important, though, for that frontal cortex to be developed.
Yeah.
And I waited for mine to be developed before I had like children and stuff because I was batshit crazy.
I know.
I was like a wild girl.
both were.
Definitely. Like, I used to like at parties. Like, I just didn't care.
I know. And you know what? You have really. So, like, why not? Like, I think in some ways, like, I totally would too.
Yeah, like, if you got it, flaunt it was my, like, motto. Excited. There's so many good things to come, guys. Happy New Year.
You guys are some of the best listeners. We call it our mocktailers and our
cocktailers.
If it wasn't for you, we would not be able to do these things, like share the journey of mocktails or
Messy.
This is Ryan Frankowski and
Kelly Mizgorski.
Bye, Felicia.